Welcome to this explainer. For decades, the space industry was, well, completely stuck in the mud. It was astronomically expensive, totally monopolized by massive government agencies, and frankly, it just lacked any real dynamism. But today, we're unpacking how Elon Musk and SpaceX fundamentally transformed that stagnant landscape into a lightning-fast enterprise. And they did it with one ultimate, literally mind-bending goal: making humanity multi-planetary. Let's get right into it.
Here's our flight plan for today. We'll be covering the cost of space, rockets that return, the SpaceX Fleet, hardships and criticisms, and finally, next stop, Mars.
Starting right off with Section 1, the cost of space.
To really understand this whole SpaceX revolution, we actually have to rewind all the way back to age 12. Long before he was building towering rockets, Elon Musk was a kid living in South Africa. And he wasn't just playing video games like the rest of us, he was coding them. He created and actually sold his own video game called Blastar. So right from the jump, he was demonstrating this very early, super intense talent for programming and engineering.
And man, his journey just accelerated from there. Born in Pretoria in 1971, he creates Blastar in '83 and then makes this crucial move to North America in the 1990s to chase down tech opportunities. That relentless drive? Well, it all culminated in 2002 when he officially founded Space Exploration Technologies Corp., or as we all know it today, SpaceX.
Now, before SpaceX came along, space travel was strictly a government monopoly. And get this, rockets were treated as completely disposable. Imagine flying a massive commercial airplane from New York to London and then just throwing the entire 747 in the trash after one flight. Sounds crazy, right? But that's exactly how space travel worked. Musk knew this paradigm absolutely had to change, and he set out to usher in a brand new era of private enterprise and reusable rockets.
Which brings us to Section 2, rockets that return.
So how did they fix that massive economic roadblock? 2 words: reusable rockets. These are launch vehicles meticulously designed to return safely to Earth, land vertically, and be flown again and again. By totally defying the decades-old single-use standard, SpaceX created rockets that actually land themselves. This isn't just some neat engineering party trick. It drastically lowers the cost of spaceflight and radically increases how often we can actually launch missions. It was a total game-changer.
But what you really should take away from this is that lowering these costs wasn't just about saving money on a balance sheet. It was about expanding global access to space exploration. Reducing that massive financial barrier opens up the cosmos to a much wider array of scientific research, commercial opportunities, and much faster overall technological innovation. It truly, literally democratizes our access to the stars.
Moving on to Section 3, the SpaceX Fleet.
First up in their lineup is the famous Falcon 9. This thing is the highly reliable workhorse of the aerospace industry. Utilizing its reusable first stage, it routinely launches a massive variety of payloads. We're talking commercial satellites, vital cargo, complex science equipment, and yes, human astronauts.
Then there's the Dragon spacecraft, which honestly completely shattered everyone's expectations. It marked a massive historic milestone as the very first privately developed spacecraft to successfully transport cargo, and eventually astronauts, straight to the International Space Station. Before Dragon, this was something only global superpowers with massive national budgets could pull off. But SpaceX proved that a private company could do it safely and reliably.
But they aren't stopping at low Earth orbit. Right now, they are developing Starship, and the objectives for this are just staggering. Human missions to Mars, ambitious lunar exploration, deep space missions, and large-scale satellite deployment. Intended to be fully reusable, Starship is designed to be the absolute most powerful rocket system ever built for interplanetary travel. It's fundamentally aimed at making deep space actually affordable. Meanwhile, a little closer to home, we have Starlink. This satellite network brings this incredible aerospace revolution directly to your backyard. By deploying thousands of satellites into orbit, Starlink provides high-speed internet to remote, underserved regions globally. Plus, it's providing absolutely vital communication support during natural disasters and expanding educational access in rural areas. It's a perfect example of space tech solving very real, everyday terrestrial problems.
Now let's look at Section 4, hardships and criticisms. Because, as you can imagine, this journey hasn't exactly been a smooth ride. SpaceX has had to navigate severe financial risks, facing near bankruptcy in its early days, alongside massive technical failures, where early rockets literally exploded on the launch pad. At the same time, they face heavy public scrutiny. Musk's aggressive timelines and demanding management style spark continuous debate about workplace culture, while his social media presence frequently draws intense criticism alongside his praise.
However, there is a massive key lesson here. Continuous innovation requires learning from every single failure. Despite immense pressure, SpaceX utilized the data from every explosion and every failed landing to iterate, improve their future designs, and ultimately maintain their competitive edge in a truly ruthless industry.
Which brings us to our final section, Section 5. Next stop, Mars.
All of this forces us to ask the big question. Why Mars? Seriously, with all the complex problems we face right here on Earth, why invest monumental engineering effort into establishing a permanent settlement on a freezing, barren planet millions of miles away?
Well, Musk's reasoning is deeply rooted in survival and discovery. A Mars settlement basically acts as an insurance policy, protecting humanity from potential global catastrophes. But beyond mere survival, pushing for Mars forces incredible, accelerated technological advancement right here on Earth. It expands our scientific knowledge of the universe, and ultimately, it's about ensuring the long-term survival and flourishing of human civilization across the cosmos.
As we wrap up this explainer, I want you to remember this. Bold ideas and engineering excellence can change how the world views the impossible. The story of SpaceX isn't just about rockets, it's a testament to challenging the status quo. With spaceflight becoming cheaper and more accessible than ever before in human history, how will this new era reshape the boundaries of what future generations can achieve? Will Mars be just the first step? Thank you so much for exploring this fascinating journey with me today.